the reality of it. Where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. That's the reality of it. Where you get the truth, where you get the real, where you get to see all the things that's going on all around you. And we tell it like it is.
Welcome to That's the Reality of It. I'm William.
And I'm Aisha.
And we have another fantastic show for you again on our new season, our new channel. Let's talk with Maisha. Got a lot of information.
Yes, I'm thirsty to hear a lot of the new knowledge and to give a lot of the new information and new knowledge.
You definitely have a lot to give.
Oh, exciting.
Exciting. So
Yes.
don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if Bryant Jenkins in Reisterstown can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
You can look eye to eye at anyone when you're wearing the exquisite couture frames from Eye to Eye. Their beautiful exclusive eyewear is imported from all over the world, including London, Tokyo, Milan, and Paris. You will not see these frames anywhere else. The specialists at Eye to Eye have the finest frames, great personalized service, and they do all the customizing in their in-house lab. So call or come in and get the most fashionable and unique eyewear only at Eye to Eye.
Welcome back to That's the Reality of It. I have another special guest with me. In fact, he's my personal guest because he's my personal cardiologist, Dr. Duncan Simon. How are you, Doctor?
Good, how are you?
Pleased to have you on the show today. And we're going to get into a little bit of the your specialty, because a lot of people have different issues about and curiosity about the heart. What makes some people have a heart disease or get heart disease, and some people can eat anything and don't get heart disease. Some people can smoke, and some people don't get heart disease and don't smoke. You know, what determines an individual getting a heart issue?
Well, there are a lot of issues that play in, and we call it multifactorial. So it's true that people like Winston Churchill, who smoked cigars all day and drank heavily and was overweight and didn't eat the right kind of food, he lived until he was 92.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it's genes, some of it's luck. But there are risk factors that we rely on that do impact our hearts. So things like high blood pressure or our cholesterol, whether we smoke or not, whether we have diabetes, family history, these are all risk factors, and they all play together in a complex way. And some people get heart disease fairly early, and some get it very late, and some people never show or manifest heart disease, even though they may still have plaque in their coronary arteries.
Okay. Now, is it possible for people to have a heart problem and don't even know it and grow old with it and never have a problem?
Yes, there are patients sometimes who come to see me who have had, if we're talking about heart attacks,
right,
who have had heart attacks. There's no question that they've had one. We see it on the electrocardiogram or an echocardiogram, and they've never had any chest pain at all. So some people don't have the right kind of wiring or the right signals when they have heart trouble, and they may not know that they have it. That's actually a big problem. It's a lot of people are walking around and don't realize they have heart problems.
What's the accuracy of the EKG? Because my understanding is it only shows up if you're having an issue at that moment. It can't tell you if you have issues coming up or in the past.
Right. The EKG is helpful, but it doesn't tell us the whole story.
Yeah.
The electrocardiogram in the right situation will show if you are having a heart attack. Mm-hmm. So if you go into the emergency room with chest pain, they will do an EKG, and if it's stone cold normal, that's good news. If it shows changes that suggest you're having a heart attack, that's not good news. Yeah. So it can help there. The electrocardiogram can show if you have had a heart attack, but not always. Sometimes the changes, which we call Q waves, will go away with time. Sometimes other things will cause Q waves. So you've got to take it as one more test, one more piece of information.
And you mentioned echocardiogram.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called?
Echocardiogram is an ultrasound test of the
Okay.
heart. It's the same thing that many women who are pregnant will have an ultrasound to see the size of the baby and
Right.
so forth. We use the same ultrasound technology to look at the heart. And we can see all 4 of the valves. We can see the 4 chambers of the heart, how well the heart's contracting, how well it's relaxing. And if, for example, you've had a heart attack, we will see an area that's weakened in the heart, in the echocardiogram.
But the echocardiogram does not show whether or not you have blockage in some of the other things.
No. The echocardiogram will tell us if you have had damage. We'll see the damage in the echocardiogram shows you how the heart's pumping. But see, the heart is a pump which is fed by these little arteries that run over the surface, and they're the ones that clog up. And you can have 60% clogging of all the arteries of your heart and have a perfectly normal EKG and a perfectly normal echocardiogram. So sometimes we have to go digging deeper to find out if there's heart disease.
And that, excuse me, that procedure is called the PET, P-E-T?
Well, there are different kinds of stress tests that we do also. Stress tests can be on a bicycle or a treadmill, and they can be connected to an echocardiogram or to a nuclear injection. And PET scanning is one of the best ways that we look at the heart, at the blood flow to the heart, to see if there is a problem.
Okay, so we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back the next show. We're gonna have part 2. We're gonna do this in 2 parts, and what we're gonna do is to get some of the parameters that people need to look out for in order to maybe keep a healthy heart, and the things they should eat and exercise, that sort of thing, and what to watch out for. Also, some women would say that the cardiologist would pay more attention to the men for heart problems than the women. So I want to get into a little bit of that when we come back.
Okay.
All right?
Sure.
So make sure you tune in next week because we're going to look the same. We're just going to change. We're going to be sitting right here, but we're going to do it in 2 parts. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I'm Dr. Annie at Right Weight Center, where we help you get to your right weight, but at a much lower cost.
The other weight loss companies charge hundreds of dollars with long-term contracts for similar products we all use.
For years, Right Weight has been helping thousands of people lose weight, including me. Call and schedule a free evaluation.
For all your pharmacy needs and prescriptions, call Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, the community pharmacy the mayor honored for its commitment in providing the community with affordable prescriptions. Pharmacy Solutions takes your health very personally with patient consultation and a patient assistance program for the uninsured and those with specialty drug needs. To learn more about the program and how to transfer your prescriptions to Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, call them today because they breathe life back into our community. Hello, America. I'm Maisha. Let's talk. Today we have Miss Sarah Ortiz Brown, part 2. She has some really interesting information to share with us about her program, Harford Family House. Yes. Mr. Allen, did you have
Yeah, I wanted to to kind of follow up on what we were talking about from before. You mentioned that you help them get further their education, correct?
Absolutely.
So one question that we didn't talk about earlier. Let's say you have a family, has some kids, and the kids are like rowdy. I mean, they're just causing problems. Do you deal with that, or do you put them out, or how do you handle
No,
it?
absolutely. Our goal is to house families, not to put them out. Every family is gonna, have some issues. So our approach is holistic. We deal with the whole family, not just with the adults. So we have a mentoring program for the children. Again, when we have monthly meetings for the parents, we have an art workshop for the children. The children really know us there. They know the case managers, they know our staff. So, and another exciting thing that we're going to be starting is a meditation program for the children. We're going to start that in February of this year. And there's been a lot of research out there that shows that meditation for children is very calming. And if they have disruptive behaviors, it really helps them. So the children, they really know us, and they'll come in every day after school. They'll come in and talk to us, say hi. So as unreal as it sounds, we really don't have too many behavioral problems with the children.
So much love.
Absolutely.
So you have many locations, many homes. Do you have a central location where everybody comes and you do these meditation events? And
We own an apartment building, and that's
the
where
whole building.
and that's where the primary number of our families live, transitional families. We have 25 apartments, and that's where most of our families are. And then we have 14 off-site units that are very close to our apartment building. We partner with different organizations in the community. So one of the churches close by, Grove Presbyterian, allows us to use their space when we have different group events.
Okay, now with the apartments, those are strictly for transitional families.
Correct,
So that's
correct.
the 1 year families.
Correct.
Now,
That's,
do you require the kids that are like 16, 17, but after 18 they got to be gone anyway, right?
well, the child can still stay in the home with the parent as long as there's another child under that age.
Oh, so if they're 18 or over, and
As
there's
long
another
as
child
as
is
long
under,
as there's one child in the home with age under the age of 18, they can remain in the
the whole
program.
family can remain.
Correct.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So we do have some right now. We have a mom that I'm thinking of specifically. Her daughter just turned 18. She's a senior in high school, but then mom also has a set of twins that are younger. So she's able to stay in the program.
Okay. Now, if they're 18, are they required to work?
Yes, they are required
Okay.
to work.
But
They're required to work or be in school. If they're in school, then that qualifies.
Okay. So what about when do they when are they required to start working? 16, 15?
No, as long as they're in school, there is no firm requirement to work. As school is going to always be a priority for us for the young
Awesome.
children. They're always, but we encourage them to start getting a part-time job or a summer job. Absolutely, help them develop those skills.
you must have a large staff.
We don't actually. We're a small staff of 11. There's only 11 of us. There's myself. I have 3 case managers that do phenomenal work. Our CEO, Robin Tomechko. We have a program, a grant writer rather, if you will, a marketing person, and a small office staff.
Wow, one day in your heart you just decided to start this foundation?
Well, I didn't start it. This was actually founded by an Episcopal church in Harford County in 1989. They came across one homeless lady with children, and they housed her. This church did. And as time went on, more churches got involved, and they expanded to 2 apartments and then 3 apartments, and this is how it grew.
Now, do you have any issues with drug abuse? Families that come in there with drug abuse issues?
We do background checks on all of our families, and unfortunately, we are not qualified to deal with substance abuse. That's not our area of specialty. So if a family is dealing with substance abuse issues, then we would refer them somewhere else.
Okay, the whole family.
Correct.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. How do you get funded? Because I know you said you get donations for certain things.
Correct. We receive grants for some of our programs, donations,
Looking for more donations?
fundraising. We're always looking for donations. It costs us approximately $25 a night per person to house our families. So anyone that would like to make a donation to our program, they can reach out to www.harfordfamilyhouse.org. It's all spelled out, no
Okay.
abbreviations, and they can donate right to that site.
What
Again,
about volunteers? Any volunteers?
absolutely, we can always use volunteers. The volunteers come out and they set up the apartments. They really love that. We have apartment sponsors who are a sort of a mentor to the families while they're in the program, so they can be right alongside the family for the whole year that the family is in the program.
Well, give them the information how they can reach you again.
Absolutely. They can reach me at www.harfordfamilyhouse.org, or they can send me an email at s.ortizbrown@harfordfamilyhouse.org.
And you have to be a resident of Harford County to be in this program, or have someone that that you know that you're living with in Harford County.
Correct. Yes.
All right, so we're going to close out.
Thank you so much. It was an honor. This is my first time, and you're my first guest, and I'm honored to have you here. That's a great program.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Expect strong winds, hail, and ice.
When you leave your house, you can't control the temperature, not even a little bit. But at home, you can with Cold Spring Company. We keep you comfortable during these warm months with cooling solutions that Baltimore and the surrounding areas have depended on since 1973. So no matter what the weather, you can always count on Cold Spring for comfort. Call today for a checkup or get a free estimate on a new air conditioner.
Marzi is a company founded in Italy. That style and flair that the Italians bring to everything they do. We can produce bikes that have character. We can produce bikes that are made by hand, and we can produce a riding experience that is second to none. These bikes are a blend of new and old. The experience we want people to have on the bike is a modern experience. The modern Marzi brand is about innovation. It's about looking forward, not backwards. It's about creating a unique experience and a unique connection between the rider and the bike.
At Liberty Animal Clinic, they know that your pet is a member of the family and you want to make sure they are healthy and receive excellent care. Their top veterinarians and staff will treat them like family and give the best care, medical treatment, and attention you can get anywhere. Liberty Animal Clinic provides these excellent services and they are open 6 days a week, including giving them a complete physical, and office hours are by appointment, so please call. Let your extended family
Join our family!
Welcome back to That's the Reality of It. I have a very old friend of mine, Victor. Victor, thank you for coming, Victor.
Not a problem.
Known him for like, what, at least 30 years?
Don't tell everybody.
Don't
tell your age.
But see, I can't help it because I just look old. I'm sorry. I can't even hide it. You know? Mm-hmm. But you've been doing business with helping businesses on the right track of getting funding and what they need to do to find those dollars to help them grow, correct?
Right. Not only dollars, William. There's a lot more to a business than just funding. And I tell a lot of people that if all you're looking for when you come to us is money, then you really don't know what you're doing with your business.
Gotcha.
You need to find out exactly how you can grow. There are a lot of resources there to help you develop marketing programs, to help you out in finding the types of resources, not just money, that you need to be, to be successful. I've been doing this at this agency for about 15 years.
Okay, can you name the agency?
Well, I outlasted the DBED,
okay,
which was the Department of Business and Economic Development. We're now called the Maryland Department of Commerce, and there was a reason for the change.
Okay.
When the reports were done a few years back, it stated that people really didn't understand what DBED did. They thought we only did big deals, and that small business was not a part of our program.
I remember when you was with them.
So it was the same place. I mean, but after the Augustine report came out and found some flaws in the way we were perceived, the leadership, both the new governor, Governor Hogan, and the leadership of our agency, Mike Gill, decided that commerce made more sense because then it encompassed all businesses.
Small and large.
Small and large, and people got to hear the message better that way. That's when we started talking about we're open for business, and we were open for business.
Now, is it all type of business or minority businesses or just general?
Business in general. When we deal with the large companies, and but in the small business resource group in which I'm in, our job is to deal with mostly small businesses. But believe it or not, and I say this to people all the time, there are 500 and some odd small businesses in the state. And the majority of businesses, period, in the country are small businesses. We're the backbone of America.
Because a lot of small black-owned business don't really know the avenues to take to do what you're talking about they need to do.
Education on what's going on and having advocates within the systems to work for you, that is true. There are a lot of small and minority-owned businesses who really don't have the time because they're running their business to research all the information that's out there to help them get more business. So when you run into someone who really doesn't know, that's when you get a golden opportunity to educate.
So the first step is educate them and then direct them to how their business should run. And then the third would be help them get funding. Is that?
Yes. Well, the funding's there. I mean, if funding is the resource they need, we have different outlets to show you how to go and identify it and what to do to get some source to come your way.
What do a business need to have in order to qualify for some of the fundings, and what type of fundings are out there?
In most cases, you got to, whether it's the bank or whether it's the state or whether it's the federal government, it's all basically the same thing. You've got to be credit worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Most people say that the state will loan money quicker to you if you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the truth.
Mm-hmm.
In reality, we help people as best we can, but we're just like a bank. I mean, in fact, I think we probably may do our due diligence a little tougher than the bank. You have to remember, every dollar we lend, we got from a taxpayer.
Right.
So we have to be very careful with taxpayer dollars.
Mm-hmm. Now, is there programs where businesses can get locked into government contracts that they qualify for? Because there's a lot of contracts out there that minority businesses are not aware of, that they can be a part of or get some of that money that they're not aware of, that government contracts are given out.
Yeah. The Minority Business Enterprise Program in Maryland is the oldest minority business enterprise program in the country.
Okay.
And that is where you get certified to become a minority business enterprise. The reason for it is that on contracts, there's law that says that 29% of all the contracts that come through the system have to have a minority participation clause in it, meaning that 29% of the contract has to go to a certified minority.
Yeah, is that particularly for home improvement, or is that for any business?
Any contract.
Any contract.
Right.
Okay.
Now, the key word is certified.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be certified by the Minority Business
How do you get
Enterprise
that?
Office. The Minority Business Enterprise Office is at the Maryland Department of Transportation.
Mm-hmm.
They do a wonderful program first Tuesday of every month, which is a free workshop telling you all about the program and giving you an opportunity to sit down after the formal portion of it is over and talk to a Minority Business Enterprise specialist.
Okay. Now, we're going to go a little longer than what we normally do, because there are businesses or people who have businesses that are doing well, but in the past had credit issues. Now, if they got more funding, they could even blow up even bigger because they're doing okay now, but in the past had credit issues. How can they circumvent that to get money so they can grow and not be stymied by the credit issues they had in the past that's causing their credit score to not be like it should be?
Well, that's a tough one, but a lot of times getting good financial guidance, which we have a great finance department in our agency. There are a number of other agencies that have money. As I usually tell people, when you meet me, I'm like a triage nurse and a traffic cop combination.
Gotcha.
My job is to find out where your problems lie and then point you in the right direction. And that would also mean point you in the right direction for money, because I say this and people look at me and their eyes will get big and they say, he must be crazy. But there's different types of money.
Okay.
And people don't understand that. You can't go to a place that does brick and mortar funding for buildings and stuff and tell them you need some working capital.
Right.
That's not what they do. You can't go to a working capital company and tell them you need some money to build a building.
Right.
It's differences in how the money is applied. But in most cases, if there are some stumbling blocks, the lenders do the same thing any other lender would do. They find a way to get around them. But usually when they get around them, it's going to put a little more pressure down on you
as far as interest is
concerned.
Yeah, but there is ways.
Because there's risk. I mean,
Yeah.
money. It's a risky business, loaning money. You're putting, let's say, tens of thousands of dollars out for long periods of time with the anticipation that you're going to be repaid on a monthly basis. And sometimes people make the distance and sometimes they don't.
They don't, right. But there is an avenue for them to take if they have problems of credit in the past, to still have an avenue to
Yeah, I don't think you should ever perceive that your credit is bad. Let somebody else perceive it for you.
Right.
Okay, because if they want the deal, and this is what I talk to a lot of new entrepreneurs about when they call me up and they say, I want to know how to get some of your resources. And I'll say, what resources are you interested in? Well, I want to know what you have. I said, we got a ton of resources.
Right.
And they'll say, well, what about money? I said, we have some financing programs. Oh, you don't have any grants?
Right.
Very seldom.
Okay.
You know, grants usually go mostly to nonprofit businesses and things along those lines. Large types of development grants and stuff for cities and counties within the state of Maryland. But that's when I stop and start to talk to them about, well, why would you ask for a grant? Why would you ask for money first?
Right.
Because I can explain it to them real simple. If you have a fantastic business plan, money will chase you down the street.
If you have a good business plan.
Right, because it's real simple. It's logical. Lenders lend money to do what? Make money.
Make money.
They will loan to people where the idea looks great, so they can make more money.
Right.
It's just that simple.
How can they contact you to get more information? Is that a possibility?
Oh yeah.
What number
My
can
telephone number is 410-767-6303.
Okay.
And my email address is Victor, VICTOR, .Clark at Maryland spelled out .gov.
.gov. All right. Can't get any better information than that. My man Victor always on point when it comes to making business do the right thing and point in the right direction.
I need to point to the camera sometimes though.
Well, I think they got you. Take a look. This is my buddy forever. I appreciate you, Victor.
Not a problem.
Thank you again.
Appreciate it.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
For all your pharmacy needs and prescriptions, call Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, the community pharmacy the mayor honored for its commitment in providing the community with affordable prescriptions. Pharmacy Solutions takes your health very personally with patient consultation and a patient assistance program for the uninsured and those with specialty drug needs. To learn more about the program and how to transfer your prescriptions to Pharmacy Solutions, LLC, call them today because they breathe life back into our community.
Okay, it's time to look your best, and trust me, the place to make sure of that is Down to Earth Hair Salon in Owens Mills. They are top hairstylists and barber professionals that will give you that look that you can't seem to get anywhere else. Plus, they also offer these excellent services: waxing, keratin treatments, natural hair care, color services, weaves, treatments, and they promote healthy hair care. Down to Earth Salon is also looking for exceptional braiders and stylists. They have convenient parking, and new customers get 10% off their visit. Call for appointment. Would you like to make $300 to over $3,000 a week on your own time? Then call Odyssey Production and join their marketing team by selling TV advertisements. And you can get paid each day. For more information, go to the employment section on our website or call 443-394-7333.
So, another wonderful show, another exciting show, another informative show. What you think?
Absolutely. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yes.
And the information that we give, I know everyone has to appreciate it because we just don't do no run-of-the-mill information. We get
It's about
serious
quality.
Quality,
yes. Great information, informative, no trash.
No trash, nothing. And sometimes you may not like everything we say, but we speak from the heart and we tell it like it is. Yes. We don't mess around.
No, I don't.
I know
I'm not playing.
That's right. She ain't playing. And you got some powerful guests coming up.
Yes,
this
I
year.
do. But that's all they're getting from me. They need to tune in to see who they are, okay?
That's
all you're getting from me.
You're going to want to tune in because she's got some powerful guests that's got some powerful information you're definitely going to want to hear. All right? So, when God gives you another day, that's another opportunity for you to do the right thing. So take advantage of that opportunity and do the right thing.
Be blessed.
Put God first, because through Him, all things are possible. See you next week.
You won't ever have to leave. I got nothing up my sleeve this evening.